What's up, folks? Today's video is going to be our recap of our Carnival Horizon cruise. We won a ship on a stick, how about that? Anyways, we're going to do it the same way as most people. Going to do some good things, some bad things. But made a list with my handy dandy official playlist thing. Anyways, we're going to start with the bad things first. Get the bad out the way. You don't want the bad last. You want the bad first. This is no particular order, but this is things we agree on that was just not very good. First thing we didn't like was the guy's brew house. Before you say, oh, it's awesome, the food's awesome, whatever. We're not talking about the Pig at Anchor barbecue. We're talking about the guy's brew house in general. Okay, they replaced this with the Red Frog. They replaced the Red Frog pub with this. And you go in there, you had the Caribbean feel, you had the steel drums, you had, Caribbean island music. You go in here, you're in a honky-tonk bar. Country music, no place for it. It's the Caribbean, not Nashville. Put the Red Frog back in there. Second thing we didn't like was the Liquid Lounge, and I think it's the same thing with the Vista. Everybody will agree that bad. Okay, there are good seats in there. Jamie from Sharing at Sea had a video out. Shows all your seats and everything, but it's just not right. All the new ships are going with these huge showroom theaters and all that. They make the smallest theater possible. It's not very good. The same way where they do comedy. I think the Limelight Lounge. No, come on, Carnival, bring back bigger areas for guests. Third thing we didn't like was the atrium. That is not an atrium. That's a lobby. And I'll say the same thing everybody else says. The Dreamscape looks cool, but bring back the elevators. The elevators and the grand atriums. It just don't have that wow factor when you walk in. It's just like, man, this looks tiny. That's just me. I don't like it. And the last thing we didn't really like about the Horizon was the Lido deck. It was way too small. You put 4,500 people or however many people into an area big enough for, I don't know, a fantasy class ship. The Fantasy's Lido deck is double the size the Horizon's Lido deck is. So you put all these people on a bigger ship and you take away the space, and it's almost like they're just, trying to be overcrowded. It was way too crowded. We didn't like that. None of the things I said made our cruise bad. We had a good time on the Horizon, but those are things that definitely could be improved. The next thing we're going to talk about is the things. One big thing for us was we had a Vanna room. It was an inside room. It was room 5229. We did a room tour on it. The room was cool and everything, but at nighttime, it's very loud. You got music from the Havana Bar playing. You got music from Ocean Plaza playing. And it just sounds like you have a boombox right outside your door. If you like music when you go to sleep or TVs or something, it's great. But if you like us and you like quiet, if you're not staying up till midnight, be prepared to hear the music. It says boom, 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 boom. That's what it sounds like. And the next thing is the new smart elevators. Okay, it's a great concept, but as early videos have showed, people do not know how to use the elevators. And I think Carnival should do a better job of training you how to use it, because people will walk up there, they'll mash it one time, they have 5 people in their group. Well, if you don't mash it for each person getting on the elevator thinks there's only one person getting on there. So when it goes to the next floor, you put 5 people on there and it's showing that, but then when they get down, there might be 20 people in the elevator and it's saying you can fit in there. Well, you really can't. So good concept. They just need to do a better job of training people how to use it, because there were several times we went to get in the elevators and me and Amanda would click to go in there and we'd you know, click on, say, whatever car D or whatever, it have already 20 people in there, so we have to wait again. So it's kind of frustrating. The layout of the ship, there's a couple floors you have to go up and around. It's pretty common, I guess, with Carnival ships, but maybe they should just, you know, get back to the concept where you got walk through everything. I don't know. You just kind of have to pay attention where you're going. Decks 3, 4, and 5 is kind of crowded. You have to go to the left, to the right, to the middle. You know, just kind of get a better layout of the ship. Another thing which is was the food. And let me say, the food wasn't terrible. There was a lot of things that we tried in the MDR that just wasn't very good. When I say that, they just was plain. They didn't have no flavor, didn't have no seasonings. The cake, the dessert cakes at lunch, look, we like desserts, but those cakes, come on, just give me back my cheesecake, okay? Those cakes are dry, they have no flavor. If I'm going to get a key lime cake, I want to taste key lime. I don't want to taste sour cream. Or if I get carrot cake, I want to taste some spices and some cream cheese. I don't want to taste cake mix and just, I don't know what they call that cream cheese ice, and it was not cream cheese. It tastes like sour cream. The food quality just has seemed to go down in the last couple of years. We're not the only ones who think that. They need to step their game up with the food. Next thing we was like, was the water slides. I don't know if y'all watched the Grand Turk video, but we always go down the water slides when we come back from a port, especially after snorkeling and all that. We went all the way to the top of the water slides to be told, oh, well, the blue slide, there's something wrong with it, not pumping enough water, and adults can't go down. Okay, well, this is the flagship of Carnival right now. They shouldn't have a problem with the water slides. The other one was the red and white striped Dr. Seuss water slide. Might would have been fun, but there was 100 people in line, and one at a time, you do the math. It looked fun, but we just didn't do it because they wouldn't let us. And then our last thing was the playlist shows. Okay. The shows, they were good. We usually do not go to shows, so we went to 2 playlist shows and 1 comedy act, or not really comedy act, it was a variety show. It was a juggler or whatever. He was hilarious. We put a video up. Wasn't the whole video, but it was some cool clips we put in there. We went and watched Soulbound and Celestial Strings. We didn't watch the other 2, but the 2 we watched, they were pretty good. Like I said, we actually went to them. We actually watched them. Celestial Strings was probably the better one we saw. I'm not like, oh my God, like everybody else is. But it was good. I mean, we went and watched it. That says a lot, because we usually don't do that kind of stuff. Okay, now the good things. This is what we thought was the best things that the Horizon offered us. The first thing was embarkation. Miami has gotten so much better with embarkation since we went on the Vista in 2016. We did have Faster the Fun this time. We only bought it because of what happened on the Vista, but I honestly think even if we wouldn't have bought it, we probably would have had a much better embarkation. It was super easy, super quick. Took like 20 minutes. Same as debarkation. We got off that ship. They told us to be in the lounge at a certain time. We was off the ship in 25 minutes. I mean, it was great. They really, embarkation, debarkation, they really got it under control. The next thing we thought was great was GG's. Okay, we put out a video for GG's. We don't see very many people putting the videos out there. That's our favorite specialty restaurant on the Carnival ships. You give me the steakhouse or you give me GG's, I'm going to choose GG's every time. Just do yourself a favor, spend the $15 a person, go try it. Well, if you like Asian food. If you don't like Asian food, you will not like it. It's 100% Asian. So if you don't like Asian food, don't go there. If you love Asian food like we do, trust me, you will not be disappointed. The next thing was the sky ride. We got a very sad email before we left, before we got on the ship, saying the sky ride was going to be closed the whole week for maintenance. And then we get on the ship, we go through muster drill, and they make an announcement saying the sky ride is fixed. Woo! Well, guess what? We rode it 3 times. Each time was just as fun as the next time. Everybody says it might be scary because, it's high. It's not really that high. I mean, you can ride the sky ride and not ever look down if you choose to. If you go on one of these Vista class ships, just ride the sky ride. It takes you about 3 minutes to get around, maybe 4 minutes. You go at your own pace. You can go really fast and do it in about 1.5 minutes, or you can go really slow and do it in about 7 minutes. But, you got to be courteous for the people because there are lines. Sometimes the lines gets backed up. We went right at opening times, and it seemed like we never stood in line more than 10 minutes. But we went right as breakfast, so I think everybody was at breakfast when we went. But definitely do the sky ride. Another good thing was the Havana area. The Havana area was amazing. Like, we would get up, we could go to the pool anytime we wanted to. We had hot tubs anytime we wanted to. During the day, it's pretty nice to have your own little area. You don't really have anybody coming back there, loud parties and stuff, until nighttime. At nighttime, after 7 o'clock, they open it up to everybody. I wish for what it costs, they would just keep it private until, for just that area. Kind of like Norwegian does Haven, kind of like MSC does the Yacht Club. But, I get it. They try to get everybody back involved and everything. Would we stay in Havana area again? Probably, but we'd probably do a little bit more research on the rooms because it seems to be loud at night. And then the last thing we thought was really good was customer service. And what we're saying, the customer service, everybody from the wait staff, the room stewards, the entertainment staff. We actually have been on the Triumph with a couple of them. Anthony and Leilani, they were on the Triumph when we went. We talked to them, acted goofy with them. Mike Pack was amazing. He was a great cruise director. We talked to him a couple occasions. We went on the Flying Dutchman. He was there. We spoke to him at the bottom. We reached out to him and said, hey, we took a video of you. Do you want it? So we made him a video of his experience. And he actually emailed us back telling him thank you. He hopes to cruise with us again. Just the customer service on that ship was so good. Like, it was hard for me to find anything wrong with the customer service. And all these things, all these things, those are things that's minor. Some of them's bad, yes, some of them's good, but we still have a fun cruise. Like, there was nothing that, stopped us from having a bad cruise or anything like that. So hopefully some of these things help. I hope you all watch the vlogs. I hope it helps some people make decisions about the Carnival Horizon. Yeah, that's it. That's our review. This is gonna shut the Horizon down. I guess we're gonna look forward to the next one. We're gonna go on Carnival Breeze, April the 13th. That's the La Liga Loca Cruise Geeks group cruise. Everybody should come. Y'all seen the shenanigans we get into when we're all hanging out and everything. It's a lot of fun. So until next time, see ya.